Well, guys, that was absolute annihilation, wasn't it? West Ham United nil, Arsenal Football Club 6 at the London Stadium. Arsenal absolutely destroy it. We hammered the Hammers. Let's go through my match analysis. So, guys, make sure before we do start, you do hit the like subscribe button if you are new. Hit the like button as well. Let's try and smash 20 likes on the video. We'll greatly appreciate it. And if you are enjoying these, I want to thank you guys so much for the support on my first one I did of these, where obviously we done the Liverpool 3-1 win. So thank you guys very much for the support on that one. And yeah, really appreciate you guys. So let's get into it, guys. We're going to start with obviously Mikel Arteta starting 11. Now he went with obviously the same formation as always. Raya in goal, as expected. He's number one. The back four, Ben White, Saliba, and Gabriel. And one change, of course, from the Liverpool game where we saw Zinchenko feature in the first half, and then Kiwior actually came on in the second half in the Liverpool game. Zinchenko, doubtful, dropped yesterday. I think he is carrying a little injury, hence why he was dropped from the lineup. And Jakub Kiwior stepped up yesterday, and he did step up. You know, he 2 games in a row that he's played left back when he came on that second half against Liverpool. When obviously he played yesterday, he stepped up. So, you know, fair play to Kiwior. He's up against Kudus as well. That was always going to be a tough battle, but I felt he dealt with him. We're going to talk more about that later. But yeah, only one change from one back four from Korsar 3-1 to Liverpool, and that was Jakub Kiwior coming in instead of Alexander Zinchenko, guys. I'm not entirely sure. Tomiyasu, I don't think he's fully ready yet. Of course, he has just been playing for Japan in the Asian Cup. In the Asian Cup. So yeah, he's not ready to obviously feature regularly. I mean, he most likely will be back for Burnley, though. But Kiwior's been excellent. You know, 2 games in a row, he's been excellent left back. But as a back four, see midfield, Odegaard was in the midfield, of course, captain. Declan Rice, massive game he had, of course, against his former club as well. And then obviously Kai Havertz did start left centre mid. Now, there's a bit of controversy before this. A bit of criticism seeing this lineup, seeing Havertz in left centre mid role, of course, because he played really well, in fact, against Liverpool as the centre forward, if you guys remember. And he's been switched out back to left centre mid role. And there was no Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe's got an ankle injury, and obviously Jorginho was the main thing our fans was obviously a bit frustrated about because of how well we saw Jorginho and Rice work together against Liverpool. You know, we was really frustrated to see Jorginho not in the lineup. Having said that, I thought Havertz had a good game and he actually worked in the left centre mid role. Now, I don't think that's his actual position. But we can have a whole debate on this, people, nearer to the time of what the best position for Havertz is. But anyway, point is yesterday he played there and he played well. It's as simple as that. Jorginho was benched for this game. Smith Rowe is injured yet again with an ankle problem, according to Mikel Arteta. So that was our midfield, of course. And then the front three I was really happy with, in fact. Martinelli on the left, of course. Saka on the right. And Trossard down the middle as a false nine. Really loving Arteta putting Trossard in the lineup and actually give him a start. And we know how good that guy was yesterday. But obviously, Jesus yet again not fit and not available. He could have gone with Havertz down the middle again, like he did against Liverpool, but he didn't. He went with Trossard instead, and obviously he didn't go with Eddie Nketiah. So yeah, I was really happy. I think that was honestly our best front three we could have gone with. Yesterday was certainly Martinelli on the left, Trossard down the middle, and Saka. So that was a lineup, guys. Very decent lineup in my opinion. Yeah, okay, fair enough. People were saying about Havertz and in left centre mid, but as I said, I thought we had a very reasonably good game as well. But let's move on. We're going to obviously go through the stats of the game, guys. You can see we absolutely dominated, absolutely battered, destroyed. Yeah, we absolutely hammered the Hammers, as I said, guys. But yeah, ball possession, we controlled the game here, as we always do, really. 70% possession. We were the away side, by the way, as well, guys. 70% possession compared to their 30%. XG, they had the 0.22 XG compared to our 3.59 XG. Total shots, we had 25 compared to their 5. They had 1 shot on target the whole entire game. I'm pretty sure Liverpool had 1 shot on target as well against us the whole entire game. Yeah, they did, didn't they? Compared to our 12 shots on target. Big chance, we had 6. We missed 2 big chances. They had no big chances. They offered absolutely nothing going forward, guys, in terms of creating anything. And that was down to us, really, guys. That was only down to us. And, you got to give credit. West Ham were poor. Yes, they were awful. But that's because how good and how dominant and how ruthless Arsenal were yesterday. And how good our defence was. How compact our defence was. Tactically, how the defensive shape worked for Arsenal against West Ham. We didn't allow them anything. I saw us at half time. I may misquote this. I think they had. I don't think they registered a single touch in our box in that first half, and that comes down to the defense. The likes of Gabriel, Saliba, rock solid. Even Kiwior and Ben White did a good job defensively yesterday. The defense was superb. The back four was superb, and obviously Raya. Poor Raya had nothing to do really, did he? Like he could have sat there, got a newspaper out, sat on the chair, and just chilled because honestly he had nothing to do. I think he made one save. That was when Kudus had that chance in, and the game was 6-0 up already. So there we go, guys. Accurate passes, we had a 93% accurate pass range compared to 74. They committed more fouls, and obviously we had corners 6 compared to their 2. Now let's talk about this then. Set piece FC, people. Set piece FC. Give Nikola Jova a pay rise. Yeah, our set piece coach, give him a pay rise. Now the thing is, right? Rival fans have been laughing at our set piece coach. Sorry, our set piece coach. Yeah, Nikola Jova. Sorry if I pronounced the name wrong as well, by the way. But you guys know what I mean. Now you'll see if you pay attention to our touchline, guys. You'll always see Nikola Jova, our set piece coach, always screaming on the touchline. Off his touchline, giving out instructions, and all these rival fans, all these clowns of rival fans make fun of it. Well, look, just look at this stat right here, people. Most set pieces go for Arsenal's goals. We've scored 16. That is 30%. 30% of our goals this season, guys, have came from set pieces. We've scored the highest amount of goals in terms of set pieces in not just the Premier League, but you see at the bottom there, this is the most in European top 5 leagues as well. Europe's top 5 leagues, we scored the most set piece. Most of our goals, 16 of our goals came from set pieces. Set piece FC. Nikola Jova deserves a pay rise. But yeah, look, especially in the Premier League. I said that's like what 1/3 of our goals this season have came from set pieces. It's kind of mad, and we are going to dive more into why that's happened, and what's actually changed for Arsenal to have this, goals going from set pieces and having the most goals. I mean, you got that Everton with us, who are 3 behind us. You got City, Newcastle, and Luton, but we are the highest above everyone in terms of set pieces. And obviously, we saw yesterday, we scored quite a few from set pieces, didn't we? And we have done, especially this season. So let's get into the reasons why. So I want to highlight the main thing, really. And I think we've noticed this, especially on the Dubai trip, and when they came back from Dubai, is corner takers and actually set piece takers. Now, if we go back to last season, guys, rewind to last season, our corner takers was always Saka. You had obviously Odegaard, Martinelli, I think took a few, and obviously Trossard when he was playing as well took a few. They were rotating left and right, yeah. But I know for this one, it's you can see Saka taking one, yeah, because that's on his side. But have you noticed Declan Rice? Declan Rice is now Arsenal's corner taker. It came from our first goal, which I'm going to show you here right now. This is where our first goal came from. Declan Rice on the corner. You can't see him in the shot, but it was him. He obviously got the assist for it. Great cross. And obviously the assist he got for the free kick as well. But yeah, that's just the main difference for me is Declan Rice is now on the set pieces, especially on the corners as well. And it is working out because I didn't notice this at the start of the season. I noticed this when we got back from the warm weather training. I think it was when we played Crystal Palace and he started taking corners and we was like, what's this? Declan Rice taking corners? What's going on here? You know what? I think it might have been before that. Was it in the FA Cup he started taking them? I can't remember, but it was near that time. where we saw Declan Rice take the corners, and we was like, all right, this is certainly something that has been worked on, and look, it's working out because some of the crosses, this guy can cross a ball, that's for sure. I mean, you saw it 2 times yesterday, well, actually multiple times yesterday when he had a few corners as well. This guy can actually cross a ball, and he seems to be the guy taking our corners. It's kind of mad because we always associate Declan Rice being in the box, being the guy who gets on the end of the corners, and he gets on the end of crosses because he is superb at doing that as well. But taking the corners is certainly something that we've worked on in that 2 weeks off that we had. Declan Rice is now, and it's working out, man. It really is working out. But yeah, in terms of actually taking the corners and the whole tactics behind this game, you could clearly see. I mean, if you go to every single corner, guys, if you watch the game back, you could clearly see Arteta's plan and Nikola Jović's plan was back post, just target the back post every single time. I mean, look how many shirts around that back post. You got, I think that's Kiwior. You've got Saliba. You've got Gabriel. I think that guy over there is Havertz. But yeah, you can see, look, and you also got, I think that's Trossard for obviously the follow up in case it comes out. But yeah, this is just, I mean, we didn't score from this one. Saka took it and we didn't score from it. I think that's when Gabriel had it over the bar. I can't remember, but yeah, that was the whole tactic, was obviously target the back post. That was the main thing, target the back post. And actually, I mean, let's talk about our first goal. It actually came again from, look at this, once again, targeting the back post. How many you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 on the goalkeeper, 5 Arsenal players around the back post, around in the back post there. Declan Rice corner into the box. Gabriel was there. Saliba, wasn't it? Yeah, Saliba scored the first one, of course. West Ham fans, I mean, what's your guys' thoughts on that first goal? You all are awful defensively. Yeah, switched off completely at the back. And yeah, a great cross. I mean, it's too easy for Saliba and for us, really. But yeah, we're taking that all day long. 1-0 to the Arsenal there. But yeah, once again, the corners coming from Declan Rice. He can actually cross the ball as well. You can see the whole tactic of when we had set pieces and corners to target this whole back post area. Indeed. Now let's talk about our second goal and the whole penny instant then, people, with obviously Bukayo Saka. Now, yeah, look, I mean, when I first saw it, I was like, he's gone down a bit easy. Even as I'm an Arsenal fan, and I was like, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if this gets overturned or whatever. But there's contact there, people. I mean, Areola, as soon as Saka gets it past him, Areola in the follow through, they've clashed sort of feet there, boots there, haven't they? And Areola's caught him, and he's gone down. It's a penalty. In my opinion, it's a clear penalty. There's contact clearly there. It's as simple as that. I'm sure we've all seen softer penalties been given as well. So for me, this is a clear penalty. I think the ref made the right decision. I don't want any West Ham fans crying that they got robbed. But yeah, Saka. Now the story with Saka, of course, as we know, in the same fixture last season, the game was that 2-2 game, of course, where he was in the title race. Now Saka had a chance to make it 3-1 last season, yeah, and he took the penalty and he missed the penalty. This time around, we was 1-0 to make it 2-0. It was a big goal. He steps up and he takes the penalty, and it's a great penalty as well, by the way. Sent the keeper the wrong way. Areola had no chance. The very, very powerful, well placed as well, well placed penalty, great penalty, class penalty from Saka, and yeah, he obviously made it 2-0 for us. But for me, that is a clear penalty. Let's go to obviously our third goal. And yes, who took the free kick? Of course, Declan Rice did, and got himself another assist here. And the cross was just perfect, wasn't it, guys? That cross for the free kick was absolutely perfect. Again, this is all, you can tell this all worked on. They've been working on this tactically on the set pieces where, they play this trap, where they're all offsides. And then, I mean, look at even some of the West Ham defenders. They're clueless, half of them. Look at them. They're all looking at each other like, what are they doing? I mean, you got Alvarez looking behind them. You got Ben Johnson looking at Alvarez thinking, what are they going to do? But yeah, look, you had 1, 2. I mean, you had all the aerial guys who always get on our headers. You had Gabriel, Saliba. I think that's Havertz. Yeah, you know how tall Havertz is. I don't know. I think that's Kiwior. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You had all the aerial guys who we were aiming for to get on the obviously on the end of the cross from Declan Rice. You see this a lot as well. You know that they are the sort of like the target men because they're aerial threat, of course. And then you obviously you got the two, Martinelli and Trossard, sort of there just in case of any follow ups or any rebounds really. Um, but yeah, you got West Ham fans sort of what's the phrase they use? Is it zonal marking where you don't go touch tight to them? You just sort of you sort of in line with them, and you just if you guys go, you guys can see the second pitch here. Yeah, there's sort of zonal marking. So you don't go actually touch tight, and you don't actually go man to man with them. You actually just sort of go opposite them. If you know what I'm trying to say. So that's what the West Ham defenders you can see it doing there. I honestly think it's intelligence and tactical brilliance from us. Um, you know, and then you can see here, as soon as Declan Rice is about to take the free kick, we get back into onside position. Gabriel's there, great header, and yeah, 3-0. Simple as that, guys. Now let's talk about the fourth goal then. Let's talk about the fourth goal because I wanted to highlight. I mean, Trossard is a moment of brilliance from him. Great finish as well. But I want to highlight Odegaard, who did get the assist. Now it all comes from Havertz in the midfield originally, and we all know. I spoke about Havertz and Odegaard and how good they were against Liverpool. Havertz was playing as a striker, and those are the main two outlets of our press. Was always Havertz and Odegaard. They work really well together. And they did yesterday as well, linking up play really nicely. Havertz picked up the ball in the midfield and obviously found Odegaard. Now, obviously, Odegaard, guys, every time, I mean, look at this. As soon as you receive the ball, the assist for Trossard goals is just absolutely insane here because he's got, you can't give Odegaard, West Ham, you cannot give him this much space because this is what he thrives off, people. This is where the magic happens with Odegaard. Yeah, he gets in the positions, he's lethal. The guy's lethal in these positions, and you can see. Look, this pass is absolutely quality. Great assist. I mean, you got what 1, 2, 3. You got about 4 West Ham players in front of him. He makes that pass, and then Trossard is superb as well. By the way, what a finish that is from Trossardinho, as we all know. And but yeah, it's just obviously Odegaard. That is what he does best. That is what he can do. Odegaard and he had a great performance yesterday as well. We're going to talk about him in just a minute as well. But yeah, you cannot. I mean, the space when he gets into the space here, he's absolutely lethal. And yeah, great assist. Great pass. Pass was perfect, timed perfectly, not over hit or anything. Perfect into Trossard, and Trossard with a moment of brilliance as well for the goal. But yeah, let's talk about him again. Get him, and yes, another assist for our fourth goal, of course. Once again, I mean, it's a simple pass, you could say, but is it? It's a really simple pass. I mean, he's got to get it perfect to Saka, and then it is a moment of brilliance from Saka because Odegaard again is very well weighted. It's not overhit. It's not too powerful. It's not too light, and Saka does what Saka does, what we know he can do, and completely drops us. I mean, it's one drop. It's brilliant from Saka. Yeah, it's so simple as well. You think about it. All he's done here really is turn and drop the shoulder. And then the shot's just so intelligent as well because they're all thinking. I mean, you'd think he'll curl it top bins, where sort of curl it where Areola left is, right? But he changed the direction of the shot, and you saw Areola as well commit to the left side because he thought he's gonna curl it left bins, like left top bins, and then he didn't. He changed the direction of the shot. Saka, very intelligent. And then you could see the goalkeeper gone the wrong way. It obviously goes the wrong way. It's a great finish, and obviously, yeah, that's our fourth goal. It's just it's that simple though for art. And yeah, West Ham awful defensively. Yeah, cool, but it's simple, so simple for Arsenal. Odegaard picks up, and then it's a moment of brilliance from Saka as well. And yeah, a great finish, and that is 4-0 to Arsenal. So the final goal, of course, from Declan Rice. Absolutely insane. And it's funny because Ben, I think it was Ben White who obviously picks up the ball. I think he back-heeled it or something, and you can see here Odegaard and Trossard sort of both hesitated to go towards the ball, And I don't know if they did it on purpose. Let's just say they did it on purpose just to dummy it. But they all missed it. I don't know if Declan Rice was behind them saying, leave it, and then he's going to smash it or something. And then, yeah, so basically Trossard and Odegaard both hesitated. They both completely dummied the ball. And Declan Rice went bash and completely unbelievable strike, unbelievable hit. You know, take a boost on, Declan Rice. What a strike that was. And he's a very humble guy, as we know, man. Like, he just scored 6-0. He's got 2 assists already. He's had an absolute masterclass of a performance as always. And, he didn't celebrate or anything like that. He just got a unbelievable strike, and he didn't, he's a humble guy. He's showing the respect and he's not celebrating. I mean, I've seen many Arsenal players, ex-Arsenal players celebrate against us, and it's really annoyed me. And I'm sure it's really annoyed all of us. But with Declan Rice, he's a humble guy, respectful guy. I mean, he's getting booed all game pretty much every time he got the ball as well by West Ham fans. So obviously respect for him to not celebrating for not celebrating as well. But yeah, great hit, of course, and that was that, guys. 6-0 game done and dusted. It is as simple as that, guys. And yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing with that, man. I'm absolutely buzzing with that. Wait, guys, did I miss a goal? Hold on a minute. No, let me double check. So we Declan Rice's strike, Saka's goal, Trossard's 4th goal, Saka's obviously 5th goal, Declan Rice's 6th goal. Yeah, I was just checking, guys. I honestly just thought we scored more there. I was gonna say, I mean, let's be real. I mean, we should have scored more. We should have scored more, man. I'm telling you, we should have scored more. I mean, we had some big chances, man. But yeah, that was absolutely superb domination. I just want to give a quick mention as well to obviously Nwaneri. Arteta actually, I give credit to the manager. Arteta for actually bringing on Nwaneri as well. And I know the game was people say, oh, it's 6-0. He's got to do that. But at the end of the day, right? This is what I want to see Arteta do more: is play these youth players, give these youth players a chance, even if it's 15 minutes off the bench. Give these youth players a chance. Give the likes of Nwaneri, 16 years of age, an opportunity to, express himself. And you know what? When he came on, yeah, look, he wasn't spectacular, but he was. It's kind of like he just sort of fitted into our team already. It's kind of like he's been playing for many, many years, and that we've not noticed him. If you would have asked a neutral or just someone who doesn't watch football, yeah, they would just the way how he performs. It's like he's just been there for 4 or 5 years. He's just a bench player come off the bench, and he slotted in perfectly. He slotted in straight away. Didn't look out of place whatsoever. And yeah, I really want to see Ante give this guy more opportunity. I see other teams do it. I see Barcelona do it with Lamine, obviously Yamal, who's about 16 as well. Zaire Emery from PSG is about 17. And don't get me wrong, I think they're playing more consistent than Nwaneri will, but it's good to see Ante actually giving these youth players a chance. And this Nwaneri guy looks very, very special. So yeah, that is that, guys. That is my match analysis. Of course, this is I'm no tactical expert, I'm no tactical sort of tactician, but this is just how I view the game myself. This is how I analyze the game myself, and these are my opinions. So I love your opinions down below. Thanks for when you watch today. Let's try to smash 20 likes on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new as well. And as I said, thank you very much for the support on the last one as well. It was a great one we did for Liverpool one. I'm going to do more of these, more consistent as well, probably after every single game. So yeah, you might as well subscribe, guys, because we're here every single day. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Thank you very much for watching. Come on, you Gunners. And yeah, but before we go, just sold your star to Mikel Arteta. Just sold your star to Mikel Arteta.